Hello Internet, this is Magical Toast, and today I will be teaching you about the basics of Mac OS X, the new version. So, we'll start out with the desktop. Over here you have your folders. You might have more folders. I just stick all my stuff in this one folder, because I'm lazy. So, and then you have your hard drive. That is your My Computer equivalent on the Mac, and I will go more into that later. Next up, we have this bar at the top of your screen. Here, you have your little Apple logo, which lets you sleep, restart, shut down, and a bunch of other stuff. You check that out yourself. And then there's these other things that change with every program. These are going to be different. There's going to be different things in them. So, yeah, check those out in different programs. You might find some interesting stuff in there. And over here we have clock, battery life for laptops, this American flag. It's probably going to be different if you're not, American. Sound, wireless power, strength, iChat, time machine, and spaces. I'll get more into those later. Well, I'll get more into spaces later. And over here is searching with Spotlight. Once again, I will get into that later. So, next up is the dock. The dock is really, really awesome. Everyone should love your dock. The dock lets you drag applications from anywhere, put them here, and let you access them really easily, like this. And then I quit that. And then I open it again, and then I quit it. You see how easy that is? It's pretty easy. So, say we want to add something new. We will go to our applications folder, and let's put something I don't have on there, like front row. We'll put front row on the dock. So, we'll put it right here in between the calculator and text edit, or address book and calculator. So now you have front row there, and you can just go to front row whenever you want. But say you change your mind. You don't really want front row there, you just drag it off. Poof, it's gone for good, unless you put it back on. So, that's nice and useful. And then we have down here under that little line, you can put your folders, like the stuff folder. We'll put that. We'll get to go there eventually. Come on. It usually works. It's just, I don't know why it's not working. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Internet. This should work. There we go. Okay. So, I showed you it works. It usually works much better than that. So, and now you just click on it, and you get that little blob of things. And the stuff in the folder. So that's cool. I don't want it there because it's on my desktop. So that's the dock. There's also your trash. Open that up. Usually there's trash there. I just emptied it. Hit empty and it gets emptied. It's your recycling bin, only on the Mac. So, let's go in to the system preferences. First, let's do the folder interface. That's probably a better idea. So, the folder, when you open a folder, you can view it in one of four ways. There are icons, a list. If you have a folder, you open it like that. I want to go back to where I was before. Yeah. If you have icons, you double click it, hit the little back and forward keys to go back and forward. And then there's my favorite, the columns, which opens folders in the next column, and it can go on for a lot longer than that. Like, you see? And then you hit that, and it gives you hit like an actual file, and it will show you some semi-useful information about it. So, there's also cover flow, which does this. It's pretty fun. Although not exactly not very practical, but it's fun. You gotta love cover flow. If you have an iPod, you probably have seen cover flow before. Everyone loves the cover flow. I'm gonna stick with columns though. Alright, so, and then we have here this little sidebar. You can go to your home folder, desktop, applications, home folder, and all these other things, except Diablo. You shouldn't go to there because it won't exist on your computer unless you install Diablo. Alright, then there's the search for section of the sidebar, which lets you search for all files you viewed today, all files you used yesterday, all of them you've used in the past week, all your images, all your documents, and all your movies. I will go back to my home folder now, because I love my home folder like a brother. Now, we come to the other search function, which lets you search for anything, like Warcraft. Now, everything that includes Warcraft is displayed in this folder. The one downside of searching, you can't do columns, but that's not really a downside since usually you don't really want, columns won't be much use. You can also save this as a smart folder. So say we want this to be called Warcraft. This is all the Warcraft on our computer. We will save it to the desktop. Now we save it. Now we close this window. But now we have this folder, the Warcraft Smart folder. You can tell it's smart because there's a gear on it. And it's purple. That means it's smart. You should listen to the smart folder. It knows things. So you double click on the smart folder, and there's our search. Right there. It's saved in the form of the smart folder. Now let's make a new not smart folder, a dumb folder. And we'll name it the Warcraft folder. Now, let's open the smart folder again. It's already there. That is the vast intellect of the smart folder. I deleted the smart folder because I don't need that. Alright. So, now let's go to system preferences. System preferences are always fun. So you want to go to your applications, scroll down to the bottom, system preferences should be right there. Double click on that. Close that window. We don't like that window. Windows suck. Alright, then system preferences. You have all sorts of different preferences you can mess around with. Just don't mess around with them too much since I have broken a couple things here. So you can go to appearance. You can't really break much here. Mess around with everything there. Desktop and screensaver, same thing. Tons of different stuff. The dock this is important. You can change the size of your dock unless it's totally filled up. Then it just stays the same size. Then magnification changes how much magnification you get. Like that. I like it to be nice and magnified, but not that much. Then you can change the position, bottom, left, right. I like left. And minimize. You can check that out yourself. That's just not really important. Then tons of other stuff. Look around. Mess with a few things, but try and be a little careful. So, yeah. Command Q will close your applications. And I forget if I mentioned this, but Command W closes folders. That is it. No, I forgot about spaces. Spaces is important. So we go back to system preferences and into this section, spaces. So we want to click enable spaces and show spaces in the menu bar. Well, you don't have to, but I like that. And so now you can choose how many rows and columns you like. I like 4. You can have, I think, up to 4 rows and 4 columns. And then you choose what you want, what keys you want to control spaces. I have F12 for activate, and command arrow keys to switch. I have nothing for switch directly to a space, since I don't like switching directly to spaces. Alright, so we have this open in this space. So now we hold down our command and hit an arrow key, or whatever you have selected, and it goes to an entirely new desktop. You have 4 of these, and it shows you which one you have selected in that little thing. You can go incredibly fast, and then you let go and it just keeps going. I always like that. So then you can go back. Now you have 4 spaces. You can open this folder there, this there, and let's open this there. Now we can switch between them whenever we want. So now let's close all this. So that is it for the basics, really. Mac OS X is nice and simple, but it's also really, really great. Yeah, that's it. So, see you next time.